Hey there pen friends, welcome to the channel again. It's your host Amy from Pen Venture and I'm here with another fun pen review. The pen that we are going to review today is from Montegrappa and the name of the pen is Mia Carissima. That stands for My Dearest and it is the opening phrases in all letters. As you can see, the box has a very cool and intricate design with images of telegrams and letters. Now let's open and have a look inside. And initially this is a very well designed packing because it takes you right where the theme of the pen is situated. And we have this box, which is something that the soldiers were using to carry supplies. The inspiration for this pen is the letters that were sent by the soldiers from the front back to their loved ones, to their wives, to their daughters, to their parents. It's a very interesting and very nice box. And let's take a look inside. Opening the box, we have here, there is a postal card. Then we have a bottle of red ink, because as you guessed it, Mia Carissima, my dear, red ink. The pen right here and an eyedropper. And I will explain you what we should use the eyedropper for. Let's remove this, and much further you will find a booklet with all of the information of this great collection, a polishing cloth and a pen pouch that you can use to carry the pen with you. Let's put everything back and analyze the pen. Mia Carissima. Well, this is the second edition of this model. The first one was a acrylic one. The one that I have here is the second edition, which is made of 3 different colors. The inspiration for this is the 3 major battles that took place over the territory of Italy in World War II. What I have here is the molten blackcurrant. But to be more specific, I really think that this is what we call today a rosewood ebonite. The entire pen is made out of ebonite. The first edition featured a cartridge converter filling system, but overall shape is pretty much the same that we have here. The shape of this pen is inspired by a vintage model from Montegrappa, very famous, but this one is taken to a whole new level in it that is made in an oversized configuration, and also it is made using modern technology. Everything fits well, everything works super nice and smooth. The pen is a masterpiece. Now I would like to go through the details, starting with the finial, which has this dome shape on it. We have Montegrappa above the clip, and opposite to that we have made in Italy. The clip that we see here, it has a very art deco design, and it's made of these lines which are going from the tip to the bottom. Around here we have them tightening up, moving forward. The cap is streamlined and it has the same aspect, it's not tapering down. Right here there is a ring. The part that continues from the ring, it's slightly tapered. Then we have 1, 2 complete turns and we uncap the pen. And here is where we are greeted with a very beautiful nib and a very long pen. I will explain you why is this long, this pen. The nib, it's something very nice. It's 18 karat gold nib, and I have been trying the Montegrappa nibs, but till this point I haven't tried any stub nibs. So this is the first stub nib that I've ever experienced from Montegrappa. It has an ebonite feed, and this is the safety feature for the nib. It is a retractable nib pen. This is taken straight out of the vintage design safety pens, meaning that the nib was retractable. This is a very smooth operating feature, and it doesn't snag or anything. It works very nice, and is just a sight to see and also to use. Moving forward, we have the section, which is a metal section. The threads are very smooth. You don't need to worry if you hold the pen by those threads. It's very comfortable. Then we have a black part, which is the continuation of the section that flares out. Then there is a ring. The barrel of the pen runs pretty straight. Only here and here we have two different sections where the barrel is going to flush in with the other parts of the pen. Then there is the ring, and we have the knob that operates the retractable nib. On the piston knob we find the limited edition number of this pen, and this is a limited edition of 100 pieces. And I've left the most interesting feature for the end, which is the filling system. I kid you not, this is one of the most interesting, simple systems for filling the pen with ink that I've ever tried. I admit I wasn't aware of this system before getting the pen, and I watched a few videos with the previous model, which was a cartridge pen, and this has something that Montegrappa calls an eyedropper plus. Well, to fill the pen with ink, you must retract completely the nib inside the section. Then you take ink in this eyedropper and you put it in this section. While doing that, the ink starts to flow in the barrel of the pen, because keeping the nib down, you have the possibility of the ink to flow inside the barrel. Once you probably put 4 or 5 eyedroppers full of ink, which is a huge capacity, you start to move the nib outside the section. When you are almost at the top, you will begin to feel a little bit of resistance, and there is one more small step. Doing so, it seals off the reservoir of ink that stands behind the nib, and the ink that's behind the nib will flow only through the feed. This way you can write down with a pen. This is a very simple system to clean. You just have to put the nib back in the section and turn the pen upside down, and you will see the ink dripping down. This is very simple, but take into consideration that you will not have the possibility of playing with the nib, because if you put the cap with the nib down like this, and now this pen does not have ink, and it's safe to put it like this, but if you have the pen inked with the nib retracted and you turn it upside down like this, there will be ink that spills from the barrel inside the cap. Regarding the previous statement saying that this is a long pen, this is because the mechanism to retract the nib takes a big part of the actual barrel. So this had to be a long barrel pen in order to facilitate the installment of that mechanism. This is the Montegrappa Mia Carissima, a pen designed with one aspect in mind: vintage. Above that, it is a pen with a very deep emotional connection. And we all can relate to a specific moment in life when we wrote down something sweet, either for our beloved mother, or maybe for a girlfriend, wife, or something to a beloved daughter. We can all relate to that. And we were not in World War II deployed on the front line, writing down a letter to our loved ones, expressing our deepest feelings. But we can all relate to sending a message to a dearest one. Mother, daughter, girlfriend, you name it. I think it's time to have some measurements, size comparison, and after this we will have a writing sample. Here we have Mia Carissima standing next to other pen models, capped and uncapped. We have from left to right Visconti Opera Master, Montegrappa 1930 Extra, Scribo Feel, Mia Carissima, Leonardo Officina Italiana Momento Zero Grande Primary Manipulation, and a Visconti Homo Sapiens Chianti Shire. Let's have a few measurements. We have the pen sitting capped at 155 millimeters, uncapped with the nib extracted at 148 millimeters, uncapped with the nib inside 125 millimeters. The diameter of the section at the grip part is 10 millimeters, and the overall weight of the pen, fully inked and capped, is 61 grams and uncapped 41 grams. Montegrappa Mia Carissima. We have the ink is Montegrappa red, and this nib is just sublime. Nib is 18 karat gold stub, a very smooth and slightly crispy stub. Now let's do the sentence. The quick brown fox jumps over the lazy dog. It performs very nice, and I do love this stub a lot. As you can see, we do have natural line variation. There is no need to push and try to have some flex. Let's do a wetness test, and this nib has a medium flow towards a wet flow. It's just what you need. In the reverse, there is no need, because a stub will be also a stub in reverse. And this was Mia Carissima from Montegrappa, a pen with vintage styling and a deep emotional connection. I hope you enjoyed this video. Don't forget to subscribe to the PenVenture YouTube channel and give this video a thumbs up. This will help us with the algorithm to reach out to many more just like you. Also, if you're interested in owning this fountain pen, you will find it available on the PenVenture website. I will leave you a link for it down below. Also, get in touch with me and I'll be sure to give you a good deal for this pen. Down below you will find links for my website and also my social media accounts. My name is Emmy and I look forward to seeing you next video.